because I haven't even had Energize or anything, but I am fired up. I am like, you guys, if like I am 6.5 years into this business and I have never been so excited about a stupid piece of paper before in my entire freaking life. Like I have been, Aaron has been on my team for a very long time, knows that I have probably created 150 bajillion of these things. And every single time it was, oh, it's missing this or it's missing that, or somebody else came out with something else. And finally, Beachbody just nailed it down and said, hey, do you want to know what you need to do? You need to do this. And Corey and I sat there. If you listen to a Super Saturday, they talked about it on the Super Saturday or Super Weekend video about how they had, I forget exactly, I don't have my notes with me, how many coaches they had that were not full-time coaches. They were part-time coaches working a full-time job, moms. This was their side hustle. And they had those individuals complete this Success Club system tracker every single day. Hey, Melissa. And those coaches versus coaches that weren't using it, their business was exponentially greater than those who weren't. So I know I've been posting it in my team page. I'm sure Corey, you guys know, like I'm in her group. She's posting invites and everything. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to really nail this thing down with you guys so that you feel confident every single day showing up and saying, yes, I have this. I know exactly what I need to do, and you get it done. So today, Corey and I were like ready to dive in. Like we got proof product works. Like we've got that part. Like let's go into initiating connections. And her and I were talking back and forth a little bit. And I realized so many times we forget this part up here. This like critical part. And I haven't even like filled mine in all the way. Miss Corey has. I know Erin has because I've seen hers. But we forget, like, what is our why? Why are we showing up for this business every single day? Because it's not easy. We have lots of things going on in our lives. It is easy to be like, yeah, I see what I should be doing, but I'm going to hide it over here, and then I'm just out of sight, out of mind, and I'm not going to do it. So you have to remember, why the heck are you doing this? I'll share with you my whys because I want to see how far I can go. How far I can take this when I'm consistently showing up with this. So you have your why. We've kind of nailed that down, and Corey did it with our vision board the first week of the year. I nailed it down with putting dates on them and putting an action plan in place. So if you have your vision board, you know like why you're doing this. Maybe you don't have this why that makes you want to cry yet. That's okay. But you're just saying, hey, I'm looking at this vision board every single day, and this is where I'm going. So now we have to figure out who the heck are we going to talk to, okay? Because there's going to be people in your warm market that maybe don't want what you want, you know, and they're not your target market. And specifically, we're talking a little bit more today about growing that market. Meg did a team call, or did a call on Wednesday, I think. I don't know what day of the week it is, but Wednesday. And if Corey hasn't shared that recording, I don't know if you've shared the recording. I don't think I had shared the recording. I haven't seen it, but I was on the call live, and she talked about you can invite till you're blue in the face. But if you are not adding to your network, you're going to run out of people to talk to. And you're going to be sitting there being like, this business doesn't work. Because, you know, most of us can probably come up with 100 people. Hey, Taryn, can come up with 100 people that we know. So you invite those 100 people, and then you're like, 10 people bought, and now I have nothing. So we have to be consistently adding to our network. And so you have to think about who is your ideal person. And I'm kind of throwing this in. This, I'm grabbing it really quick. Not far, thankfully. This is a personal development book that Katie Ersta told us about on the National Wake Up Call. And I have been going through it, and it's kind of a different book because you kind of have to do the exercises. But I really, if you are struggling with like your target market and what you have to say, I would definitely check out this book. But we want you to think about kind of your 5 things, or think about you when you said yes to joining a challenge group, or you said yes to joining the coaching opportunity. Why did you say yes? What were you looking for? How did this how was this fulfilling you? What did you love about your coach? What are you interested in? What is somebody that you could, I've heard this a million times. Meg always says it. Who would you have a play date with? What does she like? Who would you be able to go have coffee with? What is she watching? What is she drinking? Is she drinking tea, or is she drinking coffee, or is she drinking wine? Start thinking about that person. And we want to make this time on our calls. We didn't really tell you we were doing this, but these are going to be, we have in the past, but these are going to be action-based calls. So I want you guys to take like 4 minutes. Well, now it just turned 8:37. So we'll just, I'm going to set 4 minutes on my clock, and I want you to just flip this little guy right over and start writing down some things. What does your target audience, what do you like? What could you talk to somebody about? And just start writing that down, okay? 4 minutes. Hey, Caitlin, I think you just hopped on. We're just taking another minute or so to write down some things that describe like our target customer or us. They tend to be the same thing.
Okay.
We're done. So, did you guys come up with a good list? Here's my list right here. Nice, Erin. Nice, Corey. So, can I tell you guys, and I don't know if you were kind of on the same wavelength. So, I'll tell you things I did. So, girl mom, I'm Hallmark Channel obsessed. Stay-at-home mom, I love to learn. Like, I will go to Barnes & Noble over shopping for clothes any day of the week. I am Christian. I'm obsessed with Christmas. I love home decor. I'm a fur mom. I'm a homebody. I want to eat healthy, but I love sweet treats. My mom passed away 12 years ago. I love tea versus coffee or wine. I'll always be in comfy clothes. Love bubble baths. And you guys, you want to know what I said last? Wants to lose weight. Like, we are so much more than health and fitness, and people are going to connect with us and want to follow us because we want to talk about all of these other things. If you start looking for a hashtag based on weight loss or fitness, what are you going to find? You're going to find other Beachbody coaches, or you're going to find other people that are a lot like with another MLM, or they're doing their own personal training thing. And guess what? You're sitting there convincing them that our product and our solution is better and offers them more opportunities than what they're doing now. And they don't want to hear it. Because what in the world would you say if like an Herbalife person came up to you and said, you should totally do Herbalife? You'd be like, yeah, no thanks. I'm good with my products. So you don't want them. You're not going to go sit and have coffee with them and butt heads over whose product is better. It would just, you'd be wasting your time. So you have to look at all of these other things, and you have to find some hashtags for those things. So hashtags are an interesting thing. You want to have 30 hashtags on your posts. And it goes back and forth, and everybody has their own opinion. What we've heard right now is, and I've always just kind of stuck to this, put your hashtags at the bottom of your post. Okay? Like you do your post, you hit submit, and then you copy and paste your hashtags in the comments. I do like the dot, and then hashtags so that people really don't see it. The way I've always heard it is when you put your 30 hashtags in there, that's 30 different ways for you to be advertising yourself. Why would you only put 5? And Janella said this, we are living in a time, Corey and I have been in this business for a long time, Erin's been in it, Taryn's been in it, where you would have to pay Facebook to get in front of people. And it was like, who knows if this is really going to work? These hashtags are a way for you to control. Like, you're going to have to sit down and spend some time and figure out what hashtags relate to these things. Megan talked about it on the call, having like 5 separate groups of hashtags of 30. Take the time. Don't just search. Don't just put on your tag, on your post, hashtag girl mom, because you're not going to be seen, or I've had it times before, you guys, where you think, and I think Corey, you shared this, you think this hashtag that you're using is one thing, and OMG, it's something totally different, and you have got some crazy people now following your page. The thing that I told Corey about this is these are the things that you're like, I've got to invite, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. These are the things that you do on a Sunday night or on a Saturday. When you're sitting there and you put it in your phone, I have hashtags in my notes on my phone so that I can easily copy and paste. But you just say, okay, I'm going to hashtag girl mom and see what happens. You want to find for your posts that are going to go at the bottom in the comments on your posts, tags that are between 10,000 and 100,000. Okay? Because you want people to see them. You don't want so many posts. If I just did girl mom, I don't even know how many would come up. You don't want so many that people are just never going to see them. So it's 2.1 million. If I posted girl mom, my post would get so far down that nobody would ever see it. So you want posts between 10,000 or hashtags that are used between 10,000 and 100,000 in your posts. Now, hashtag girl mom, that's what I'm going to use. Yeah, Corey's saying it. That's what I'm going to use to go find new people to connect with. Remember, you have to be interested in them. You have to go find them. It is not their job to find you. Yes, we're putting those hashtags on because it's like a bonus opportunity for people to see your posts. You have to go find them. You're in 30. You want like 5 sets of 30 hashtags, as Corey's documented it all. She's doing the Cliff Notes version of our call. Don't need to listen to Leanne, just do this. So you're going back and using all of these things to find hashtags of people to follow, and you're creating these 5 sets so that more people can see your post, but that's just bonus. Like, that's just advertising. You have to spend this time going and interacting, which leads us to your initiate. We've got our target market. We know what type of person we want because they're just like us. Okay? They're going to be really interested in it because we were really interested in it. And so you're using these hashtag or these topics to go initiate connections and add followers for 20 minutes a day. If you want to grow it faster, you spend more than 20 minutes a day. And then you guys, once you get on a roll and you start following people, like, it gets really fun. So I spent my 20 minutes today and I'm like, I don't want to stop. I'm finding lots of quality people here. Okay. So, Corey, do you want to take, we have 10 minutes left. Do you guys want to take some time to go initiate connections, go find a hashtag that has that 1 million plus and start loving on people? And the one thing I do, Corey, I'd love to hear what you do, but and a lot of coaches now are going back to this. There were a lot of apps out there and third-party tools that somebody else would go follow and unfollow. Instagram is not liking it. They're banning people's accounts. For those of us who've been in it a long time, think of Facebook jail. Like, all of a sudden you're not allowed to add anybody and you get in big trouble. So I've taken it back. I do not go to big accounts and just start following their people. I take the time and I click on each individual person and I figure out, is this somebody I can connect with? If somebody's account is private and they have no bio, I am not submitting a follow request because I have no idea what in the world their page is like and why would they come back and connect with me. Now, I have on some instances, like, if somebody has a really awesome bio and I'm like, dude, we could seriously be best of friends, I'll send them a request and I'll be like, I found your page. I don't even know how. in your bio, like this sounds crazy, but I swear we could be like related. We could be twins. So I had to send you a friend request. Who knows? But at least I made some connection with them. But I do like on at least 3 to 4 of their posts, comment on 2 to 3 of their posts, and then I'll watch their stories and see if there's a way I can connect with them through their stories. Corey, how do you do it? And then I click follow.
Okay, so I recently changed up what I'm doing a little bit. Caitlin, to answer you really quickly, when I do my hustle hour in the morning from like 5 to 6, I just make sure I get at least 10 new people in. So I'm at least following 10 new people and loving on some of their posts before I go on with any other part of my day. But I try to get in another session of that throughout the day. So it just depends. Some days are higher than others. But I think that 10 is a good number, and they're usually quality because I'm actually looking at their posts like Leanne's talking about. But I was going to like hashtags from like the list that we made, right? That were people that would be my lifers and people who I really want to connect with. And I would go through there. I would go on, I'd click on their bio. I would see who I really wanted to connect with and who I related to. And then I would follow them and I would love on some of their posts. Now, there was what I think it was the national wake up call this week, or maybe it was one of Meg's. I've listened to so many calls each week for the past couple of weeks, and they all kind of run together. But she was talking about how she literally goes to big accounts. She follows, like for me, I started following Joanna Gaines because we're redoing our dining room and I'm really into like the farmhouse decor style right now and blah, blah, blah. So I started following her, and then I go to her followers and then I start looking to see who I would connect with. Now, I don't always do that because like Leanne said, some of those accounts are going to be private. But if I want to increase the number of people that I am trying to connect with, I will do that if I'm limited on time. And then Ashley Feldison, yeah. And then I will go back to also doing my normal way where I'm actually finding people who are really my tribe, right? The people that I really connect with. But I will say like today I searched hockey mom, and that has a ton of people and posts on it. And I found this account that was very much about health and wellness. And she's not a Beachbody coach. She's not at all affiliated with the MLM from what I could tell. And she had, I don't even remember. It was in the millions of followers. But her last post had like 583. And so I went through that and I found a ton of people who are totally my tribe. And so what did I do? I started following those people. I started loving on their posts a little bit. And I didn't even keep track of how many people I was following, but I did that for about 20 minutes today, just off of her one post. So what I wanted to say is when you find accounts that have big followings, don't be intimidated or discouraged by that. Go look and see who's following them. Because if you're relating to that person, then your tribe is relating to that person too. So if you find a big account, maybe go to their latest post that you relate to and see who liked and commented on that post. And then you can connect with those people too. Because I know hashtags are hard. And when you sometimes you stumble upon a ton of big accounts and you're like, well, they're already doing something, or you get discouraged by that. So don't. Do a mixture of both. See what seems to work better for your account. See what's giving you more followers back and see if you start getting engagement. And before we do the action base really quick, I wanted to say so I used to do this and just expect people to come to me. Okay. You guys have to go out, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes a day, and scroll through your feed and like on stuff, comment on stuff. Watch people's stories for 5 minutes. You can go through stories so freaking quick and love on their stuff. Send them an emoji and just engage on things so that you get that relationship built. Because it's not going to happen by just, oh, I'm following them, so now they're just going to come to me and they're going to totally want what I have. No, we have to build that relationship. So take those couple of minutes a day to engage and make that happen. I think was there another question? Oh, you just were answering Caitlin too. You guys, if 20 minutes intimidates you, because is it 25 minutes? 20 minutes. If that intimidates you and you haven't been showing up for your business, make it 5 minutes. Make it 10 minutes. Do what works for you. Something is better than nothing. Okay? All right, cool. So, do you want to set a timer for 10 minutes and then we can just go to your Instagram account and search tags that you think would relate to what you wrote on your list and start scrolling through the pictures, and we'll do it together. If you have a question, unmute yourself and ask. Okay?
And really quick, I just want to add, we talked about this on last week's call. This is when I have my Sunday folder, and when I follow somebody, I click on one of their pictures, click the flag button, and put them in my Sunday, so I know Monday and Tuesday to go back and love on their posts, and I can easily just go to that Sunday folder and make sure that I'm continuing to engage in them so they know I didn't just love on them and run and expect that follow back, that I do want to have a genuine relationship with them. So 10 minutes, let's roll, ladies. All right, friends. 10 minutes done. How do you feel?
Be
Okay,
honest. Good, a little scattered.
And you guys, I put this, to Caitlin. There are days that I do this, and I'm like, seriously, I couldn't come up with a single freaking person. And then there are days that I'm just on a roll, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this person, and we could totally be besties. Um, there are also times when I'm sitting there looking at a bunch of accounts, being like, I have to follow somebody, and then I say, stop, Leanne. Would you go have coffee with this person? And if you cannot say yes, then just keep on a moving. There are billions of people on Instagram, right? Like plenty of people. And you guys, they're going to announce it at Summit, did they say? We're going into another country soon, too. Like, I'm sure it will be Australia. But, like, we're still so small. There's still plenty of people to reach out there. Even if people they're doing Weight Watchers, give them the option to try Beachbody on demand. Maybe they're a CrossFit person and they're not seeing results because they need nutrition. Like, we're the only solution out there that does both. So just take the time, find people, know that some days are going to be easier than others. Melissa, just like, you just got to keep on going and write it. Like, if you're like, oh my gosh, I found this awesome account that has lots of people, put it in a separate folder. That's what I have. I have a little folder. Like, this account has awesome people. This is my tribe that has like those 500,000 followers, and they're not a coach or whatever. I'll click that. So I'm like, okay, go there, check out their posts, see who's engaging. So Corey took a picture apparently because I got a notification. Who knows what we all look like? So do we like to do one where we're all like smiling and we know it versus heads down, making
You were
silly
working. I posted that you were working.
All right. We're doing a boomerang for Corey. All right, wave, ladies.
Do you like my curtain that's like blowing up in the background?
Your head is always like,
I think it has its own life. It just like sits on top of my neck.
I have to tell you guys really quick, and then I'll let you go. So I have like all the trainer bobbleheads. I had them up in my office. My sister put them away for me. And all of a sudden, like, Shalene would start going nuts every once in a while when I was in there all by myself. I'm like, girl, what is going on? And then I realized, like, it would be on the days that like my washer was going. And so it just must, but only Shalene would be like, I'm like, all right, I'm getting to work, Shalene. Leave me alone. All right. I will try and tag everybody in here, but thank you for hopping on. We are going to continue going through this. Master this week. Be bold, do the other things. We'll share ways that we're doing things and improving, but you've got your checklist. And I've said it before. I love that workout and drink Shakeology is right at the top, because I'm all like, yes, I did that first thing, check, and it just makes me want to keep on checking it off. Okay. All right, loves. Thanks for hopping on. Have a fabulous night, and we'll see you later.
Bye.